So we have earnings coming up for Nvidia this week, and we know that the entire market is sitting back, watching, and hoping that Jensen and the team can not only give out some amazing results, but also give some very strong guidance. Now, the first thing I want to say before we get in this video is that I do not have a position on Nvidia right now. I do not have calls. I do not have puts. I don't even have long-term shares. The company is nowhere near what I think fair value is, so therefore, I'm not buying long term. And I want you guys to understand that this doesn't mean that you have to only go purchasing things when they're at a fair value. But for me, I've been trading full time for the past 9 years. I'm a consistent and profitable trader. And in order for me to tie up a crap load of my dry powder and my capital to just buy something long term means that I need that stock to be at a ridiculous, ridiculous discount. And at this point, Nvidia is not there yet. And that's for me. Now, that being said, if you are somebody who's buying this for the long term, I do think that this is a phenomenal company. I do think that ultimately the growth and the future for this company is massive. I just don't think, like I said before, that we're getting a discount. Now, as we go into this week, we know that we have earnings coming out Wednesday. EPS, all that stuff, top, bottom line, is going to be important. But the most important thing is going to be guidance. At this point, Nvidia and the whole market is really pricing in this massive AI boom that we've seen over the past year and the continuation of that. And obviously, Nvidia is the main play here over the next 5 years. But it doesn't mean that this stock cannot be overvalued. So at this point, PE ratio is sitting at 71. To be quite honest, for this type of company, I don't think that that's too high. 71 traditionally, if you're reading Benjamin Graham's Intelligent Investor, is high, but it's really not that crazy given the economic conditions for Nvidia and where they are in this space. One of the things you have to realize when it comes to long-term investing, which I don't talk a lot about, is your economic moat. What sets you apart from everybody else? How likely is one pivot or one change in the market or losing one or two customers? How bad is that going to screw you? And what type of competitive advantage do you have when it comes to intellectual property? That is your economic moat. The stronger that the company is, then usually the wider and the better economic moat you're going to have. And in my opinion, Nvidia is obviously the leader right now in this space, and their economic moat is huge. So as far as an over-rich PE, I'm completely fine with that. The forward PE at this point is, 39. That's still really not that bad. And the PE range, the low range for the next 5 years, is going to be 25, and the high range is 155. And so I'm really not mad at where this sits from a price to earnings standpoint. And just so you guys can understand this type of growth, at the bottom left side of your screen, I want you to see the quarterly EPS and quarterly sales. So these numbers are in billions over here, and EPS is going to be $1.36. But look at the percentage change. So July of 2023, a 429% increase of EPS to $2.70 per share, and sales 13.5 billion, nearly a 100% increase. Next, we get a 200% increase in sales, which is nice. And now we have what's even crazier, a 600% increase in EPS. Now, for those of you who do not understand business, and I don't say this in a mean way, there's like being able to look at a company's fundamentals, but then also running your own company. What you want to see is revenue obviously continuing to climb. But what you really want to see is that your bottom line, the money that you're actually keeping at the end of the day, to climb as well. It doesn't matter if Nvidia is out here doubling revenue each and every single quarter if they're burning more and more money. Anybody can go out and just run ads or spend a shitload of money to acquire a customer, but then end up losing money on the lifetime value of that client. So the fact that we have Nvidia not only doubling their revenue, literally doubling their revenue in 3 months, but we are getting a much higher return on the bottom line. Coming in now on our most recent earnings, January of 2024, you can see the EPS once again. We have a more than a 265% increase, and then again a 486% change when it comes to our EPS. So once again, big growth when it comes to sales and top line, and bottom line, we end up keeping more money, which is very nice. So this leads into, coming up right now, April 2024. Estimated is going to be $5.22 for EPS, and it's going to be $24.6 billion, which I think that they're going to have no problem beating both of those numbers. The main thing that we're going to have to watch here is going to be guidance. On the call, Jensen is definitely going to get poked and pushed about giving guidance numbers, about giving some sort of outlook into the rest year and into next year. Might even get questioned on economic, geopolitical setup, or not geopolitical setup, but potentially geopolitics and potentially some W words that might be happening. All of these things that can cause issues or could be good things as far as guidance in the next couple of months. And so for me, I'm not going to be playing Nvidia. What I might do is sell some cash secured puts on Nvidia down at about $800 to $700. But I think that at the end of the day, Nvidia is probably going to push its way back up to 1,000 and continue to run in the next couple of months. And I think that the S&P 500 will end up following. I hope this video helps, guys. Thanks for all the support. Check out our Discord community. The link is in the description. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.